Alright, what's good, y'all? So we're back for another video. In this video, this is my boy
button down on, you know.
My boy Dalton.
With a fit.
So in this video, we're just going to be talking about his somewhat built Genesis coupe.
I got this car probably 4 or 5 years ago. This is the first car I've ever gotten and owned. It was bone stock when I got it. I think the only thing stock pretty much left on it now is the radiator. Everything else has been modified. Started off stock, you know, I was just going for an intake and exhaust type build, maybe injectors if I get my hands on them, and I was going to leave it like that and eventually just, you know, get a normal car, like a nicer whatever when I could afford it. And it kind of went downhill a little. When it came to built motor time, I had pretty much the best you can get of everything. It was a sleeved block, it was a built head, cammed out, oversized valves, I mean, rods, pistons, you name it, the motor had it in it. And as we all know, that didn't end too well for me. But that
was our fourth pull, right? I think it was the fourth pull.
I think it was like the fourth pull when I let go, yeah. I think it was rod bearing number 3 when I took it all apart. And the metal shavings in the oil pan, oh, it's beautiful. I put them in a mason jar and I just kept it. It's just still sitting in my room. I think it's got 6K or whatever written on top of it. I mean, the motor alone probably cost me, like, just to get built, it was right around $6 grand because I had to pay for all the built head components. But like out the door is probably close to like 10 grand probably. I mean, that's estimating. I mean, the rods and pistons alone were like 1,500 bucks. So I don't know. But that was all on this setup. And since then, the only thing I've pretty much done is put the old motor back in it. So under the hood, like I said, it's 2-liter turbo. It's got some work done on it. I don't feel like listing everything off because that's way too long of a list. But so the basic rundown on it is the good old 6466 here, custom built by Pure Turbos. It's all Garrett internals. Other than that, we got my custom downpipe I made. Got the 3-inch exhaust, Turbo XS all the way back. It does scrape on everything because I blew the hanger off on it. And I also, driving home from work, split my resonators in half. So I dragged my exhaust home with a phone charger, tied it up. It was fine. I got a picture of it. I'll probably send it to Brandon. Maybe we'll put it in here. That's pretty much it for the exhaust. It's the RSD. It's got the 2 big mufflers on it that are now discontinued. But going over here, so full return system. Nothing stock on the fuel-wise. We got my custom-built fuel basket I did myself in the garage with my dad. And that goes from dash 6 AN lines all the way up here up to my feed line. Pretty much the only thing fuel stock wise is going to be the rail. Everything else has been modified. Got a full return system on it, air motive, got a E85 content sensor and gauge and all that goodies. Poured and polished intake manifold, intercooler piping. I think it came out of a Suburban exhaust, so it's mild steel. The only aluminum part left on is going to be this bad boy over here. It's got a Turbo XS blow off valve on it also. Never really cared to change it. Custom catch cans on it and a whole bunch of other stuff. Got fuel pump relays and all sorts of other stuff running off the battery because all my gauges gotta get powered by something. So got a couple relays in there. Electronic boost controller. I mean, I'm really ranting now. 2200cc injectors. Got some carbon fiber on the fuse boxes and whatnot, and some heat shielding I made where I can get it. A couple other things that you see that aren't really buttoned up right now are these wires here. That goes off. That's for my 5-bar map sensor that I have on my vacuum block underneath there. And I use that for a couple other vacuum sources like the fuel pressure regulator and other nonsense I need it for. The reason why it's not buttoned up is because it had a built motor in it, and Brandon knows we were there together. We were on the dyno and we grenaded it. I think it was like 800 horsepower or something like that. Spun a rod bearing. The motor was literally 1,000 miles on it, 1,500 miles on it, and it blew up. Is what it is. So we got the good old stocky in there, 150,000 miles, but still going strong. I had to tune it down, way down, just so it lives. I think it's, I don't know numbers on it right now. Probably like 280 to 300 of the wheel right now. I don't care. I don't boost it because I'm going to blow this thing up if I boost it. That was fun. We had some issues with the injectors blowing off because these injectors actually are for like a Honda, so they're a lot shorter than the regular Genesis injectors. That's why I have removed the bolts that were in the fuel rail and replaced them with studs. My studs just being a bolt, cut the head off and tighten it in there. So that's been good so far to me. So this thing is on a Haltech ECU. I went ahead and removed all the factory ECU garbage that used to sit over here. There's like a couple brackets and whatnot. I relocated the main wiring harness into the cabin. That's why I see my wonderful silicone job back there. So this was all laid out over here and kind of looked like a mess. So I went ahead and pulled that as much as I could into the car, and I rewired it so it's pretty much underneath my gas pedal. If you want to look up under there, I don't know if you see it. Yes, no, maybe so. It's black, so it kind of blends in, but it is there. Don't mind the crusty floorboards. I just don't feel like cleaning it. And that's what gives me my like holy grail tuning, because I'm able to go in and do so much more than I could on the stock ECU. Stock ECU is not the greatest for these cars. With that Haltech, I can do so much more. I mean, you can go boost by gear, and you could see what RPM you want this. I mean, like, it just goes on and on and on. I should have brought the computer, because yes, I do have a computer, and sometimes it does sit in my passenger seat, you know, straight out like a Fast and the Furious scene. But I just forgot it, and it's probably dead anyways. But that's pretty cool, because I'm also able to like record my logs and check my AFRs and boost levels and timing and all that goodness when I'm going down the track. Basic specs on these wheels, they're both 19 inches. We got 19 by 9.5 in the front. There's a plus 22 offset on it, and that's got a 245 on it. And then in the back, we got a 275/35. Same setup. This is 10.5 in the rear though, so it's a little bit meatier. It is on springs. I don't know why people say it's on coilovers. It's on springs. We got some tinted taillights that I did. It's one of the first things I did in the car. A little bit of plastic dip, whatever. I don't classify that as anything. Just did that because I was bored. Carbon fiber license plate, whatever, again. Other than that, it's pretty much stock on the outside. I mean, it's got some tint on it. Like, we got 5 in the little ones there and 15 there. I like to see at night, so keeping that fairly clear. Pretty much stock in there. I mean, I got some gauges up there. I did a little A-pillar myself. I got a little Tito's shift handle thing and a carbon fiber shift knob on it. Other than that, on the inside is pretty much it. I mean, we got full sound system, full subs. You know, pop the trunk and show you. It's got some JL audios around the outside, and it's got some subs in the back. Got JL to JL, Memphis to Memphis, 212s. Plus, bleeds my ears out, but other than that, it's pretty fine. I think he said he wanted me to start it up, so I'll go ahead and give him a start.
But that's just gonna conclude the video today, guys. I hope you guys enjoy this type of content. If you do, let me know in the comment section below. His Instagram will be in the description.
Yeah.
So like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video.